Hi, everybody. This is Angelica. How are you today? Nice to see you. So today's video, I kind of wanted just to talk a little bit about spirituality and astrology and how the two are linked, or how you can use astrology towards your spiritual goals and in your spiritual life. So first, I would recommend in astrology, the main things to know would be the energy of the planets, and what the houses in the chart represent. Also, it can be a good idea to kind of get familiar with the different signs in astrology and know how each one of those acts. So, as far as spirituality goes, it's always a good idea to get your chart. Maybe you can get one from somewhere and have it printed out and have it easily accessible. And it's good to have an astrologer go over it with you and kind of point out the things that may be of interest to you in your journey currently. There's certain things that people are always interested in: career, money, love, family and home, like things. These are things that people normally would go to an astrologer and want to find out about. So how does this link up to your spirituality? Well, when I started beginning to go through my spiritual awakening, probably about 8 or 9 years ago, I really became interested in astrology, and I've been studying it pretty much every single day since then. And I've learned a lot. And what I can tell from recognizing, now the slower moving planets, which would be Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, even Saturn. Well, actually Jupiter, Saturn are kind of considered the slower moving planets. So I've had the chance to kind of see how those play out in some of my signs and like a few of my houses. So the slower moving planets represent like bigger life changes. And you grow more spiritually as these planets move through these houses. And it can also be dependent upon how old you are and where these planets have been previously and what houses they have moved through in order to advance your growth and in order to help you, move into a better version of yourself. So with the planets, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, these planets take longer, from like 8 years to like 15 years to move through houses. And just recently, I'm sure if you guys are familiar with astrology, in the past like 3, 4, 5 years, we had Pluto change signs, Uranus changed signs, and so did Neptune. So those were huge changes for us as a collective and for us personally. So you kind of want to find out where those planets are currently, because wherever they're at now, they're going to be there for a long time. And this is a new stage in our growth and a new stage for us personally in our growth. So that's why I say, again, it's a good idea to get your chart and find out where you have these planets. First of all, where they're at currently in your house, in what houses in your chart, and also when you were born in your natal chart, where these planets are. Now, the difference between the natal chart and where the planets are moving currently in your current chart is that the natal chart kind of makes up your basic personality, and that these are characteristics that you will have as a person, and you can enhance these personality traits or grow them as the planets move through the signs and you become more, of your higher self. But the basic natal chart kind of lays out the personality. So it's really, really fascinating and interesting, and you could study it your whole life and not know everything. But if you're interested in astrology and you're interested in it helping you with your spiritual path or your spiritual growth, it's a good idea to kind of maybe get your chart. You can get your chart actually through my website, which I kind of give you a whole picture of your whole kind of life, your life path, your destiny card, your life path number, what that means, your astrology chart, and all of that, and how that your Mayan astrology sign and how that kind of fits together into one big picture, and what your strengths and weaknesses are. So I have that on my website at angelstartherapies.com, and you can go on there and look that information up if you'd like to order that. But if you already have your chart or you already know, your basic personality traits, then it's important at that time to kind of look at where the planets are currently sitting in your houses in your chart and how you think that energy is feeling and how that's playing out for you. And I'm always watching things. I'm watching other people, and I'm always watching myself to see what's going on in my life, to see how these planets are working in my life. So, yes, I do read books, and I do listen to other experts in this area. However, my favorite way to study astrology is to see how it's working on people, see how these planets are really affecting me, how they're affecting others, and how it's enhancing my spiritual growth. And by spiritual growth, I just mean like growth in general. We're all growing, we're all getting better, and these different parts of our lives are always rising to new heights. And so it's really informative, and it's really nice to know that you have certain beneficial aspects in this area and that you can focus on that area to make it even better. Or maybe certain areas aren't that great. There could be squares or oppositions happening with certain planets in your chart, and those are areas where you would want to pay attention so that you can more easily work through anything that it may bring up. So anyway, I just wanted you guys to know that astrology is another tool for you to use on your spiritual path. So if things are happening in your life, say with your relationships or with your career, and you're not really sure why, or like why these things are happening, you can pretty much always look at the chart and the aspects in your chart, and most likely it'll show you there like what's going on and why you're having this huge transformation at this time, or why you're having really good luck in this particular area. So that's why I really like astrology, because I really like to use it as a tool to enhance this journey and to make this journey a little bit easier, and to know what things I should focus on and which things I know I need to wait on for now. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you about my views on astrology and how you can use those to help you on your spiritual journey. If you would like to order your astrology chart, you can go on my website, angelstartherapies.com. and order it there. Or if you would like to schedule a spiritual counseling session, you can also schedule that on my website under my spiritual services tab. Okay, and I'll put that website below the video as well. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.